Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Matteo Soinik, and I'm a Senior Director of Technology here at Sekisui Aerospace. Welcome to the grand opening of our Innovation Lab. In this strange time, we're very thankful all of you have decided to join us virtually. So thank you so much for that. I want to start by introducing you to our team here. Today we have Daniela Cagnatel, our President and CEO, with us. Julie Travick, she is our Project Manager for Innovation and Technology in Industry 4.0. Ron McDowell, our Principal Manager for Automation, and Scott James, Senior Manager for Innovation and Development. So we're going to start today by having Daniela share a few words about Innovation Lab and Sekisui Aerospace. Go ahead, Daniela.
Thank you, Matteo, and thank all of you for joining us today and taking the time to celebrate this grand opening with us. See, for us today is an important day, and we would like to welcome the customers, our suppliers, our partners, our employees, and our great family of Sekisui Chemical to spend this time with us today. We've been many years very proficient at being aerospace manufacturing components in composites, Kevlar glass, and carbon fiber. But right now, more than ever, we're going through very challenging times together all as an aerospace community. The pandemic of COVID-19 has put a tremendous stress on the market of aerospace components and on air travel for all of us as people. So it is more important for us, perhaps more than ever, to have the ability to focus on our future and to invest in an innovation technology center that is going to support our customers to develop the next generation of flights coming through in the next years. Whilst we're going through these challenges, our passion towards aerospace is unwavering. Our commitment to go and achieve the quality requirements and the performance requirements of our customers has to be unwavering. You see, we are driving our people and really trying to drive our business towards understanding that in these times, we are not just aerospace manufacturers of components. We are helping our customers to build an aircraft. Building an aircraft requires this commitment. And perhaps you know now more than ever, the aircraft is actually a symbol. When we watch an aircraft taking off or flying, it's perhaps not anymore just a given. For us, it's a symbol as we confront and eventually pass this pandemic and overcome it. The aircraft is a symbol of returning to normality. Flying, having families flying, being reunited, is a symbol of us going back to normal. And you know, also now today, as our world sometimes is plagued with frictions and divisiveness, that aircraft is still a symbol. That aircraft is uniting people. The aircraft does not care of the ethnicity, the religion, the nationality, or the gender orientation of its passengers. That aircraft will fly to destination and fulfill its mission. That passion for us is very important, and we want to drive it, and we want to focus to the future. The investment in this innovation lab is our commitment to our customers and to our people, to be there for them, to go and develop the lightweight materials that are going to help them achieve the technological advancements of the next generation of flight. Let that be manned or unmanned. So thank you for spending the time today. For us, it's hugely exciting. It's not just about our business, it's about the future and what can we bring forward for our customers and our society. So what is our innovation lab going to focus on? Now, Matteo and the team have a clear strategy and a clear task ahead of them. We are really going to go and focus and concentrate on three key pillars. The first one, and our number one, is to build upon what we do today. Expand our capabilities in a manufacturing process of automated carbon fiber and reinforced composites, let it be thermosets or thermoplastics, and utilize them to bring benefits in lightweight and performance to jet engine components and airframes, aerostructures. But you see, now We are part of a bigger family. We are part of Sekisui Chemicals, and we fit in their strategy. So now we have unparalleled access to an international group who develops materials across all sorts of industrial sectors. And we have the ability to verticalize their material science into our manufacturing processes, to go and create parts which are more durable, stronger, all the way to have antimicrobial capabilities. Our second pillar and our second focus is actually going to make the Innovation Lab our hub for new product introduction. We are going to be able to separate the series manufacturing programs to new program introduction. And the new product introduction team is going to be able to take products from design, development, certification, and first article inspection. Why are we doing that? We want to be more agile, faster in achieving our customer requirements, but also more importantly, we want to preserve the series manufacturing programs to keep delivering without being in any shape or form influenced by the new products that we're developing in a separate hub. We think that's going to be a much more efficient and agile way to get our products to the customer. There is a third element which I'm particularly excited about, and I know the team has really embraced, and that is focusing on digitizing our business. You see, we spent 2 years selecting, recruiting, and employing an Industry 4.0 team. And their job is to make data more accessible, quicker, and generate intelligent data that allows us to improve, but also allows us to give a better service to our customers. And it's a cultural change. That's why the Innovation Lab is tasked to do it. The world around us has embraced a digital revolution. We truly believe that in the next years, the aerospace digital revolution is going to drive the technologies, is going to drive the relationships between our suppliers, our customers, and our extended supply chain. So it's absolutely pivotal that we focus on it and we drive it to success. So lastly, once again, thank you. Thank you for spending your time on video today to do this with us. And really, we would like to spend some time to let the technical team explain to you what we do and show their passion of our commitment in making this investment truly valuable for our people, our business, but most importantly, truly valuable to bring our own to the future of flight and help our customers generating the next level of performance in manned and unmanned flight for the future. Thank you very much. Matteo, take it away.
Thank you so much, Daniele. That was a fantastic introduction. I really appreciate it. So what I want to talk to you guys today is I want to really start by introducing this place where we're standing. So this is a really special place for us. The way I see this, today we're standing here at the entrance of a place where in just a few moments we're going to have visionaries, engineers, fixers, innovators getting together and creating the unimaginable. What we're going to do here is quite wonderful, and I always say this sounds a little bit out there, but we're going to go and change the world because that's what creators and innovators do. So Sekisui Aerospace Innovation Lab was officially established earlier in 2019. So the team consists of several groups. We have our development and innovation team, our Industry 4.0 team, automation and information technology. That is a new concept for us because what we have decided to do is combine all of the technology groups under one umbrella and have a space for them to go and create. So one of the things that our automation team is really focused on is understanding how do we go and improve the way that we work today, right? They work very closely with our Industry 4.0 team. As Daniela mentioned, digitization is one of our key strategic pillars. So digital transformation and Industry 4.0 implementation within our manufacturing facilities as well as in our offices is such a critical thing for us. It's part of the initiative to change the way we do work today. The second key thing for us is going and exploring new technologies, right? We have done a lot of development in both thermoset and thermoplastics in the past, and now we want to go deeper, right? We want to understand what other technologies we can go and develop to support you, our customers, on multiple projects, be that in commercial aerospace, urban mobility, medical, military, or any other market for that matter. However, the key there is we do all of that and never forget about two very important things. The first one is while we are creating, we're not forgetting about the environment. Innovation for Earth, it's such a critical piece of what we do here in Innovation Lab. We are creating projects by thinking about how are we impacting the environment. As an example, that is one of the key reasons why we're going to go and focus further on thermoplastics. Just recently, I found out an interesting information that after 83,000 hours of flight, thermoplastics are starting to create way less carbon footprint than thermoset or any other material out there that is used in aerospace industry. This year, we're also creating a foundation for a paperless factory by implementing RFID across all of our Washington sites. That is such an exciting project for us because it's going to allow us not just to track parts, but it's a part of a bigger picture. It's part of creating the environment in which we're going to improve our process flow. We're going to look at where our bottlenecks are, and ultimately give the tools to our workforce and our general managers that can go and improve their facilities and serve our customers better. So how do we do that with our customers, right? So it all starts from the initial idea all the way through qualification and serial production. This is where that new product introduction and collaboration between those two teams really comes together. So at the initial stage, we're going to work with our customers and focus on material selection, process selection, right? We're going to say, what is the optimal process that could work for that particular application? Is there a better material that we can use? What other material systems are out there? And of course, we should never forget about tooling, right? As that is a key thing in a composites industry. All of that development happens within that first collaboration. And as Daniela has said, now we have this unique opportunity to do it outside of a production environment in a creative space where we can collaborate together and really work on finding new ways to do that. So here's that space, our innovation lab, where all of that magic is about to happen. So I do want to also mention a really key point that's really dear to my heart. We do all of that through developing culture of innovation and agility. And innovation doesn't come just from a team of 20 engineers. It comes from everywhere. Every person within Sekisui Aerospace, within Sekisui Chemical, is an innovator. They're all creators. We're all creators. It's part of who we are. Because every day as we come to work and are doing our jobs, we're the ones that know the best how can that job be improved. So with that said, I am very proud to officially announce a first innovation competition, Eureka, which will be available for all of our Sekisui Aerospace employees. All of our employees in our Sekisui Aerospace family can find out more information about it on our internal intranet speed or on their SKU decks. So check it out because we're going to be looking at for innovation and new ideas in thermoplastics, in environmental conservation, in digitization, and we're going to look at what is the most innovative idea out there. So I invite you guys to join us on this journey and be innovators. I'm going to pass it on to Mr. John Evans, who unfortunately is not able to join us here today on site, but will be joining us online. So I'll let John jump in and share a few words about the importance of Innovation Lab for the business development. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Good afternoon and good evening. I hope everyone is safe and well. My name is John Evans, and I'm the head of business development and strategy at Sekisui Aerospace. I would like to thank you for joining us today for the opening of our Innovation Lab. By way of a brief introduction, I've had the privilege and pleasure of working in the aerospace industry for over 30 years, and the last 2 years at Sekisui Aerospace. Early in my career, I had the opportunity to work at a research and development facility. This experience helped shape the way I address problems, develop creative solutions, and look to pursue and advance technology and generate robust processes that sometimes are game-changing. I personally experienced what an entrepreneurial environment can do to help transform a business, to think beyond the current barriers and dream of and then create the art of the possible. I've seen how this energy not only moves throughout the team, but also can invigorate an entire company. I'm excited to see our Innovation Lab open to help us complete the projects that we had undertaken prior to the move to our new Renton facility, but more importantly, to chart a future for improving processes for composite parts and assemblies. From a business development and strategy perspective, having the Innovation Lab presents so many opportunities for us to transform our company and support our customers with creative ideas and solutions. We're able to build off of these ideas, to listen to our customers' needs and wants, to look to fill the gaps in technology and material applications, and develop solutions that allow us to catapult manufacturing processes into the future, to derive efficiencies, reduce waste, find ways to apply synergies to support our customers, and ultimately to provide competitive offerings. We're able to model designs, do simulations, create plans, and then actually build prototypes that we can use to validate our internal analysis and assumptions. And then we can make adjustments to those designs to make a robust product. We can also provide those prototypes to our customers so they can do form, fit, and function trials within their own facilities. This opens up a collaborative dialogue and allows us to work hand in hand with our customers. Today, I hope you enjoy the virtual tour, and we invite each of you to come and visit us once travel restrictions are lifted and you're able to join us in our Renton facility. I thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoy the tour.
Welcome back. Thank you, everybody. So what we're going to do right now is actually we're going to get to the exciting part. We're going to go and get a tour of an iLab. Before we do, though, I do want to preface that you're going to get a tour by 3 amazing, super talented engineers. So they get a little shy in front of a camera and a little bit nervous, so just be gentle to them. And however, before we go and do that, we're going to get really official, and Daniela and I are going to have an opportunity to cut the ribbon. So join us for that and for this amazing moment that we've been waiting for a while.
Indeed. Matteo, I have a present for you. This is directly from the Acme laboratories of Walt Disney. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Super excited. Okay, here we go.
Hang on.
I'm going to take the top. Ready?
3.
Wait.
3, 2, 1, go! Done.
Awesome.
Done.
Now join me for a tour of the iLab.
Hi, I'm Julie. I'm a project manager here at Sekisui Aerospace. I'm here today, along with several of my team members, to welcome you on a tour of our new iLab. Before we begin, I want to give you some background on what exactly it is we do here. We have over 80 years combined experience in innovation, development, and automation. Our organization is divided into 4 different teams. We have the Innovation and Development team, the Automation team, the Industry 4.0 team, and the Information Technology team. Our Innovation and Development team are masters at designing and building composite parts for thermoplastics and thermoset parts. They specialize in tool design, part design, material selection, and process optimization. They're supported by our automation team. Our automation team looks at every single process and sees how they can strategically apply technology to streamline everything to make it as efficient and cost-effective as possible. All teams work together to support both internal and external customers. Our internal customers, the folks at each of our manufacturing sites, are supported through process analysis and improvement. We pay special attention to cost reduction initiatives and ways that technology can improve the process overall. Our external customers are supported through design all the way up through the end where we build and deploy the part. Our upfront attention to detail provides superior quality parts built at low cost. Now that you know what we do, let's go on a tour. We'll start our tour at the 300-ton press with Scott.
Thank you, Julie. Hello, my name is Scott James, and I'm the Senior Manager of the Innovation and Development Group. And I'm excited to take you on a tour of this lab and show you all the equipment that we have available to work on your next development project. So behind me here is the 300-ton press. This press can accommodate parts up to 4 foot square and has an available 5 feet of daylight. It also has provisions in place for stamp forming. This press sets the size standard for our current and near-term future development efforts. As some of you may know, in a conventional compression molding process, the mold receives its heat conductively through the resistively heated press platens. This is simple but very inefficient and limited in its capabilities. However, we have our surface gen equipment, which is an alternate heating technology. This equipment has been used to produce parts like the thermoplastic cascade, blocker door, and fuselage stub beams. However, the system is not limited to only thermoplastics, but can be used with any number of thermoset systems. There's also various other equipment in the lab, and if you'll follow me, I'll show you the rest of the equipment. So this area of the lab is dedicated to composite development and manufacturing, from chopped fiber thermoplastics to out-of-autoclave vacuum bag curing. And I'm going to spend the next few minutes describing in detail each one of these pieces of equipment. The walk-in oven has a maximum operating temperature of 400 degrees Fahrenheit and has around 600 cubic feet of capacity. This oven has produced parts like drone fuselages and wings, as well as components used in the space industry. For large, high-temperature applications, we have the 150-ton press. This press has a maximum operating temperature of 800 degrees Fahrenheit and also can accommodate parts up to 4 foot square with an available 5 feet of daylight. This press is also outfitted with surface generation technology for the fabrication of flat panels at a fraction of the time. We're going to move on to the next press down here. This is our twin platen press. The platens can be used independently to create multiple parts simultaneously, or to be used in unison to create parts that are long, thin, and bladder molded, like drone wings, or even components for the medical industry. We're going to move on to the other side of the manufacturing. So this is our chopped fiber thermoplastic compression molding line. This line is dedicated to the future development of compression molding. This equipment here was certified and qualified to the Boeing BAC 5090 spec and is very similar to the equipment that we have in our production Q-Forge line in Orange City, Iowa. In fact, most of the processes that are in use in our production facility were developed and tested right here on this equipment. So that concludes our tour of our manufacturing equipment. So let's go talk to Ron about the automation team and its capabilities. All right, Ron, I'll let you take it away.
Thank you, Scott. Welcome. My name is Ron McDowell. I'm the Principal Manager for the Automation Group here at Sekisui Aerospace. Our primary focus is to provide automated solutions that come out of our innovation group. So all of the new inventions and new processes hitting the factory floor will funnel through our automated group, and we will produce the equipment that will therefore support the production. One of our primary focuses is to support existing production activities by upgrading equipment. And you'll see here we have some oven controls upgrade. This system here will be upgrading 15 ovens. Here's an example of a simulation unit. So this is a training platform where engineers and operators can test new recipes and train on our oven systems without affecting production parts and processes. Our automation group can provide full turnkey factory solutions, including virtualization and simulation, layout, design, integration, and MES connectivity. We're currently implementing RFID throughout all of our Washington factories, and this will also tie in with our manufacturing execution system. We have history integrating robots with machine tending, loading and unloading ovens, presses, using robots with complex moves to trim materials, as well as laying up composite components. With over 50 years of combined automation experience, our group can support just about any automated platform. If you look at our space, we are set up with multiple power options, compressed air, vacuum systems, chilled water, and a large bay door for bringing equipment in and out. Now I'm going to pass it off to Scott for our machining solutions.
Thank you, Ron. So we're now standing in our machining center that's dedicated to the lab. This is our 3-axis CNC with an optional 4th axis. The Haas VF7 has been used on multiple development projects, as well as tooling and short production run support. It can handle all but the most complex composite parts or aluminum or steel tooling. Although limited to the 4th axis, it is perfectly suited for your development project that relies on speed and agility to meet your exacting timeline. So that concludes our tour of the shop. So I'll leave you with Julie for some final thoughts. I look forward to working with you and your team in the future.
Thanks, Scott. The innovation team at Sekisui Aerospace embodies our corporate philosophy, which is the 3S philosophy. We work hard to deliver service to both our internal and external customers, speed innovation forward, and deliver superior parts using superior technology. We invite you here today to join us innovators, free thinkers, forward movers as we bring our industry into the future. For those of you watching live at home, feel free to type in your questions into the chat bar. We'll answer as many as we can.
That was an awesome job, guys. Thank you so much for walking us through the iLab. That was so much great information, and hope everybody else enjoyed it too. So now, as Julie has said, now it's time for Q&A. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to type them on YouTube, and Janice is going to be asking us. So I know she already had a few people jumping on, so we're here to answer any questions you might have.
Okay, we'll start with the first question for Daniele. What are Sekisui Aerospace's overall capabilities?
What are overall capabilities? Well, see, Sekisui Aerospace just acquired AIM Aerospace. And AIM Aerospace has been in business for 30 years. And I will start with one thing. You know what our main capability is? Our team, our people. Those are the people that really bring to life what we do. And together with the technology, they help us really go and create what our customer value, what our customer asks us to commit to. We have a number of different products. We have very good expertise in structural components. We manufacture carbon fiber components, Kevlar components for the airframe of the aircraft. We have a fully automated thermoplastic line for the aircraft components, for the fuselage components. We ventured recently into jet engine components. We currently have a very strong partnership with different jet engine manufacturers to really bring the lightweight savings into the fan case of the engine. As you probably know, as engines are getting larger, the drive for reducing weight is very important. We also have developed some significant expertise over the years in serving both the manned and unmanned vehicle customers. On unmanned vehicle, we manufacture the complete carbon fiber structure of 3 different platforms for reconnaissance systems for our customers. And then also we manufacture pretty much the air that you breathe on an aircraft. We manufacture the environmental control ducting system that carries the air conditioned or treated air from the belly of the aircraft all the way to the traveler. So in a nutshell, that's pretty much the summary of all our capabilities.
Thank you. This question is for Julie. How does Industry 4.0 team integrate with the rest of the group?
I Thank you. Sorry, forgive us. We're switching mics here. No, that's a good question. So first, when you think about Industry 4.0, right, you want to think what our team's purpose is. And mainly what we do is we take modern computing and software that's available at any tech company today and figure out how we can apply it to the business to help our strategy and help everyone accomplish their goals. So in terms of how we work with our actual team, a lot of our projects we're working hand in hand with automation. Many of their technologies fall under the standard Industry 4.0 umbrella when you think of, the Industry 4.0, market word and everything like that. But basically, a lot of their systems involve robotics. They involve basically hardware that can connect to the Internet of Things and provide data. So Matteo and Daniele mentioned digitalization and they mentioned data. So again, a lot of our projects, for a concrete example, RFID part tracking, right? So that's a partnership between the automation team and the Industry 4.0 team. The automation team is looking at how can we automate tagging of parts, how can we automate tracking them through the facility. And then the Industry 4.0 team is looking at what can we do with all the data that we're pulling from the floor and how can we visualize that so it's open to everyone and people can make better and smarter decisions. For the development team, again, all of their development efforts involve processes, right? What are they doing to create a part? Our main question with them is what data do they need to monitor their success, and can we get it to them as seamlessly and automated as possible? So that's basically how we all integrate together.
Thank you, Julie. Matteo, this one's for you. What is Sekisui Aerospace's Industry 4.0 and digitization strategy considering recent market developments, and how does it tie with the innovation and automation activities?
Thank you, Ginny's great question. So we touched a little bit about some of the key strategic pillars, so technology being one of it. Really specifically for the Industry 4.0 and kind of how it all really ties together, I think the key point there to mention is what we want to do is change the experience, right? It's changing the experience both for our employees, be that on a production floor, in the offices, and changing the experience for our customers. So when it comes to our strategy, this is really what it boils down to. Combining that with thinking about innovation for Earth, thinking about social responsibility, and all of that is tied with a little pretty bow that Danielle and I just cut in the project roadmap. So the team has developed and done an outstanding job this year to develop that project roadmap that supports that overall strategy. We talked about RFID, we talked about that we have some really cool secret stuff that Scott is working on that we cannot share with you today, but we hope you're going to join us and ask us about it because they're going to impact really how not just we do business, but how you as customers do the business. So please let us know if you have any questions about that. Thank you.
Thank you, Matteo. Next question is, can you give an example of the latest project your iLab has worked on? Was this an internal process or tool development or external for a customer to create new product?
Sure. Scott, would you like to take that?
Yeah, of course. So the latest project that the innovation development team has worked on has been a customer funded program. It's now in serial production. It's a thermoset, very complex thermoset part. It's the hinge beam fairing. So very complex part, took many months to develop, and again is now in serial production on that.
Well, thank you. And to add to that, we have also done a lot of internal development. Like I said, some secret stuff, but we have done a lot of development and have explored thermoplastic applications on the engines. So we've done a lot of conversions either from a thermoset or metal components on the engine or on the nacelle. And that has really been our focus in a past few years.
Thank you. Next question. Can the Innovation Lab make prototypes?
Yeah, and I'll take that one. So absolutely. We have a long history of making prototype parts. essentially what it boils down to is for prototype parts, how can you make tools inexpensive and very effective? So we use the latest tool technologies, we help develop the latest tool technologies in order to reach those price points. Also, because of our speed and agility at the lab, we're able to meet the most demanding and aggressive schedules.
Ron, what are some examples of automation projects you have completed?
Sure. So we have a automated QForge line, which is the thermoplastic line that Daniele referred to. I have just completed a ply placement robot solution. We also have done robotic vision inspection. We've tied a lot of our automated equipment straight to our MES system, so the operator does not have to enter any information into the system and potentially cause mistypes and the touch labor that is associated with it.
Perhaps add to that in terms of automation. Sometimes automation is mistaken for an opportunity to just reduce cost. And yes, that is one of the aspects of it. But something that the team has really focused on is how do we use automation and data acquisition for in-process control. So traditionally, aerospace components get inspected at the end of the manufacturing line. What the team has done, and Ron particularly with his great expertise in mechatronics and automation, is really bring that process forward. If we automate a process, can we control it? And can we also make it self-diagnostic in such a way that the automated manufacturing system inspects itself, then when we come to the final inspection, we already guaranteed the compliance and the performance of the component we're going to deliver. That's really what's going to bring our business forward, and it allows us to be more confident in achieving our customer requirements.
Great, we have another question coming in. Do you envision the iLab as a way to collaborate with external parties such as startups on POC, potentially as a place to work collaboratively?
Yes, we love to do that. So this is how we really want to expand. So connection, not just with startups and VCs, but connection with the rest of the industry, with our suppliers, with our customers, is so critical. But I love the question and kind of reference to the startups, because we have been in conversations with a lot of startups. This is where the innovation spark starts, right? It's about, there's so many technology, so much amazing technology out there. And we would love to partner with any startup that would be interested and see how do we take your product and your technology and our product and technology and put it on the aircraft or a flying taxi or helicopter together.
Can you test? What types of tests can you do at the Innovation Lab?
So short answer is yes, we can test. So besides all of our quality inspection equipment, from manual instruments to 3D laser scanning technology, we also have a pull test machine that we can perform multiple tests on any part components and any load cases, as well as coupon testing. So we do have those capabilities, as well as outside of the iLab within the company, we can test materials, and that's also something that we can do. So,
thank you. Ron, what is SCADA, and what are some of the benefits of using it?
SCADA stands for Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition. It's basically a software platform that allows us to pull in all the information from all of our automated equipment, whether it be a robot, HVAC system, air compressors, pretty much anything on the floor that it can communicate, we can pull in through our SCADA system. And therefore we can display dashboards, we can trend information to a database so that we have a historical reference of when we have a failure, what was the temperature, what operator was using that piece of equipment. what was the temperature of the processor inside of the cabinet. And we can analyze that data and do predictive analytics on that data and hopefully determine what potential problems we may have coming down the line. It also gives us an interface to where we can talk to our manufacturing execution system and our ERP system. And now you can actually have parts go through the line and constantly update the MES system automatically for all of your data traceability, pulling an RFID from Julie's system. It gives us all of our backbone for bringing data in and out of our factory floor.
Thank you. What do you see as synergies with Sekisui Chemical regarding innovation or collaboration?
That's the difficult question. That's what we're still working. You know, for us, it's a great opportunity. We are now part of an international group which has been in business 74 years and has got a track record of very high-level industrial engineering performance and material engineering performance. They brought innovative products in Japan, revolutionized the way the housing and the industry systems in Japan worked for 70 years. So we're now part of that group, and we have to be very, not just synergistic, but very selective. How can we go and find the right synergy to add value to what we do and for us to add value to Sekisui Chemicals? The great news is that the material system that Sekisui Chemicals has developed over the years are already a fit into aerospace. And we bring opening the door for those materials to be qualified onto an aerospace platform. On the other side, we have the opportunity to access materials which have new degrees of performance and are helping us actually to reshape our processes so that we can bring products to the market in the future. We may be much more innovative than what we're doing today. One key example, we make interior components. We have automated press systems to make interior panels. Sekisui Chemical has got an antimicrobial manufacturing of materials which we can now vertically integrate it into our product and bring an antimicrobial surface into our system that we can offer for the interior of our customer and aircraft. This is something that we couldn't do before, and it's something that we're going to do more of in the future.
From an enterprise perspective, what do you see as the biggest advantage of having this capability in-house?
That's yours.
Well, several. We kind of touched on it a little bit. The biggest one is we finally have a space where we can do the development and not disrupt our day-to-day operation. Anybody who's ever lived in operation understands how difficult it is when you're trying to just squeeze a part through and say, you know what, can you do just this one thing for me? That doesn't ever really work. We ultimately are then impacting our quality or our customer deliveries, and we don't want to do that. So having that capability internally really helps and allows us to develop product within our facilities. It also does a very interesting thing, specifically when it comes to Industry 4.0 and automation. It's a partnership. So our team partners very, very closely, cross-functionally, with our general managers, with our operations team, production manager, our purchasing teams, HR, finance, and we're here to really look at how do we help you, right? What can we do to make your life easier by providing you data at fingertips? We're here to provide the data so ultimately we can manage our business better and be more educated about what are the right decisions, not based on the intuition or the gut, but based on the numbers and data. So this is really what this team does from a perspective of automation and Industry 4.0.
This would conclude our questions.
Thank you so much. That was our last question? Thank you so much, Anise, and thank you so much, everybody, for joining us today. It was such a pleasure, and thank you guys for bearing through the tour and being such champions. And Daniela, thank you so much for kind words. It was fantastic. So thank you, everybody. Hope to see you guys soon.
I say 3 cheers for Matea.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, thank you.